Welcome to Book Week 2021. I'd like to read you an extract from one of my favourite books, The Spiderwick Chronicles by Tom D. Talizzi. Gerard woke up to the sound of Mallory screaming. He jumped out of bed and rushed down the hall past Simon and into his sister's room. Long pieces of her hair had been knotted to the brass headboard. Her face was red, but the worst part was the strange pattern of bruises that decorated her arms. Their mother was seated on the mattress, her fingers tugging at the knots. "What happened?" Gerard asked. "Just chop it," Mallory sobbed. "Cut it off." "I want to get out of this bed. I want out of this house. I hate this place." "Who did this?" Their mother looked at Gerard angrily. "I don't know." Gerard glanced at Simon standing in the doorway, looking puzzled. "It must have been the thing in the walls." Their mother's eyes got huge. It was scary. "Gerard Grace, I saw you arguing with your sister last night." "Mom, I didn't do it. Honest." He was shocked that she thought he would do something like this. He and Mallory were always fighting, but it didn't mean anything. "Get the scissors, Mum," Mallory yelled. "Both of you, out. Gerard, I will talk to you later." Mrs. Grace turned back to her daughter. Gerard left the room, his heart pounding. When he thought about Mallory's knotted hair, he couldn't contain a shiver. "You think that thing did it, don't you?" Simon asked as they entered the bedroom. Gerard looked at his brother in dismay. "Don't you?" Simon nodded. "I keep thinking about that poem I found," Gerard said. "It's the only clue we have." "How is a stupid poem going to help?" "I don't know," Gerard sighed. "You're the smart one. You should be figuring this out." "How come nothing happened to us or to Mum?" Gerard hadn't even thought about that. "I don't know," he said again. Simon gave him a long look. "Well, what do you think?" Gerard asked. Simon started out the door. "I don't know what I think. I'm going to try and catch some crickets." Gerard watched him go and wondered what he could do. Could he really solve anything by himself? Getting dressed, he thought about the poem. Up and up and up again was the simplest line. But what did it really mean? Up in the house? Up on the roof? Up in a tree? Maybe the poem was just something that an old dead relative was keeping around. Something that wasn't going to help at all. But since Simon was feeding his animals and Mallory was being freed from her bed, he had nothing better to do than wonder how far up and up and up again he needed to go. And I'm going to stop there. If you want to find out what happened, get yourself a copy of the Spiderwick Chronicles.